Hello, this is J.M. Balacon of MobileTechPinoy.com and welcome to my video review of the Cherry Prepaid 799 Flare bundle. And the Cherry Mobile Flare Lite 2 is the smartphone that comes with it. It's by no means a world beater, but at $799, the Flare Lite 2 is an intriguing piece of kit, if only because of the price. So let's take a look inside, shall we? Keep in mind when buying the 799 Flare bundle to make sure that the unit comes in the special red sleeve that identifies this particular Flare Lite 2 as part of that bundle. Now, once you open the box, you'll notice a lot of paper. This is probably more information than I've ever seen from a Cherry mobile device, or from other brands as well. There's a disclaimer, information on Cherry Prepaid promos, the card from the preloaded SIM, an Opera Max leaflet, a user guide, and the Cherry Fun Club leaflet. Let's not forget the accessories, such as the 1400 mAh battery, a 600 mAh charger, a micro USB to USB cable for charging and file transfers, a traditional pair of earbuds with an inline mic, and a screen protector, which is a nice freebie, which unfortunately you'll have to install yourself. Aesthetically, the Flare Lite 2 isn't much. After all, it's your basic entry-level 4-inch smartphone with an SRP designed to get smartphones into the hands of the average one. Thanks to its size, the entire phone fits comfortably in the hand. The power lock button and volume rocker can be found on the right side of the device, while the micro USB and 3.5mm headset jack can be found on top. There aren't any other important hardware controls on the left and bottom of the phone, but flipping the device over, you'll notice the matte finish of the back cover, which makes it less prone to fingerprints and other smudging. Naturally, this is also where you'll find the loudspeaker and Cherry Mobile Flare branding, as well as the camera with its LED flash. In order to remove the back cover, you just need to stick a fingernail in the small notch at the corner so you can pry it open. Once you're able to take the cover off, you'll notice that while the Flare Lite 2 is a dual SIM phone, there's only one slot that's actually accessible. The first slot is where you'll find the pre-installed Cherry Prepaid SIM that's included as part of the bundle. That slot is sealed, but you can remove it and void your warranty if you really want to use another SIM in that slot. Now, the Cherry Mobile Flare Lite 2 runs Android 4.4 KitKat out of the box, although there are some very noticeable differences between stock KitKat and the custom UI that's running on this phone. Unlike the Flare Selfie, which I reviewed previously, the Flare Lite 2's UI does have an app drawer in addition to the home screen. However, it organizes apps into different tabs. That would have been nice if there hadn't been an extra tab called Suggested that basically spams you into installing more apps. Okay, enough with the app drawer. Let's take a look at the notification area. Visually, it looks different from stock KitKat, but it still functions much the same way. You can switch between notifications and quick toggles for things like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and screen auto-rotation. The quick toggles area also gives you quick access to the Flare Lite 2 settings. Here we see that it is indeed running KitKat 4.4. Unfortunately, the Antutu benchmark won't run on the Flare Lite 2, but I was still able to use it to find that it's powered by a 1.2 GHz SC7731 quad-core processor by Spreadtrum with a Mali 400 GPU. Moving on, we see that there's a total of 453 megabytes of the 512 MB RAM that's user available, and not to mention only 2.48 gigabytes of the 4 gigabyte internal storage that's actually user accessible. This is normal, of course, since as an operating system, Android does gobble up these resources for itself. Now, being a smartphone, the Flare Lite 2 is naturally equipped with a front and back camera. In this case, it has a 5 megapixel shooter on the back and VGA shooter in the front. The camera app only has 3 shooting modes: a video, photo, and panorama. Unfortunately, there's no autofocus, but interestingly enough, it does have HDR and an LED flash. Although it's a bit basic, I do like the layout of the app, which is sensible for a 4-inch screen. Now, diving into the camera app settings, you'll see that it has all of the functionality that you would usually find on a smartphone's camera, such as being able to change the resolution, image quality, scene mode, and there's even a built-in timer. The photos themselves aren't anything special, but they should still do in a pinch. All in all, the Flare Lite 2 is a solid entry-level smartphone, which is surprising considering its price. At 799 pesos, it comes with just enough processing power, RAM, and storage to deliver what is at its core a true smartphone experience. Of course, I can't recommend this to everyone. Ideally, it would be best for first-time smartphone users or someone looking for a decent burner phone. But if you do have plans of getting this with the freebies that come with a Cherry Prepaid bundle, such as the free data, load, and access to Facebook, it almost pays for itself. I hope you found this review helpful. If you liked what you saw, please make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel or visit my blog at mobiletechpanoy.com.